Hello, my name is Heidi Polston. I'm the TK3 Second Parent Education Mentor for Horizon Charter Schools, and I'm also a supervising teacher. I am very excited to be talking to you today about phonics. This is a quick 10-minute seminar about how to help your child, how you as a parent educator can help your child build a strong phonics foundation. Daily phonics instruction will help your child achieve academic success. There are 5 key components of reading. These key components are phonemic awareness, phonics, fluency, vocabulary, and comprehension. The 2 main components we are going to focus on in this seminar are phonemic awareness and phonics. So what is phonics and why is it important? And how do you as a parent educator ensure that you are covering all 5 components of reading and phonics and your child is mastering grade level standards? This is a question so many parents ask me, especially in the TK through second grade cohort. How do I know my child is learning? How do I know they're mastering those standards? How do I even know if I am helping them build a good reading foundation? So again, what is phonics and why is it important? If you are building, if a house is being built and a strong foundation, if the house does not have a strong foundation, what will happen? The house will fall. So just like with our children, phonics is the first and key component we have to cover to help build that strong reading foundation. So what exactly is phonics? Phonics helps students connect letter patterns and the sounds they represent. When teaching phonics, the parent educator is responsible to provide their child with phonics rules and patterns. What are phonics rules and patterns? If you look at the first white box, these are some examples of phonics rules: the silent E rule, vowel combination rule, consonant IE rule, R controlled syllable rule. If you look at the second box, these are some examples of phonics patterns. V stands for vowel, C stands for consonant. So for example, the word cat, the phonics pattern would be CVC, consonant, vowel, consonants. There are 12 building blocks of phonemic awareness. The first building block is to develop a kinesthetic awareness of sounds. Building block number 2, blend 2 words into a compound with an auditory prompt. Building block number 3, blend 1-syllable words from an auditory prompt. Building block number 4, recognize and distinguish between similar sounds. Building block number 5, segment 1-syllable words. Building block number 6, isolate the initial sound. Building block number 7, change the initial sound to create new words. Building block number 8, isolate the final sound. Building block number 9, change the final sound to make new words. Building block number 10, isolate the medial vowel sound. Building block number 11, blend 2-syllable words. And building block number 12, rhyme 1-syllable words. It is very important to understand that these building blocks are built on each other. We start with 1, we teach through building block number 12, and this will help build that strong foundation for reading. So building block number 1, develop a kinesthetic awareness of sounds. In this phase, children become aware of sounds. Students are taught how sounds are made and formed. So when I am teaching my students, either in my classroom or on Zoom, I have them tell me, when I say this sound, how is your mouth positioned? What do you feel? Where is your tongue placed inside of your mouth? Do you feel breath coming out when you say the sound? So for example, when I have my students learn the short A sound, ah, 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 I ask them, is your mouth open or is your mouth shut? So here are some fun things you can try with your child. Have your child say the p sound. What is your mouth doing when you say the p sound? What do your lips do? Can you feel air coming out of your mouth? Now say the b sound. What is your mouth doing when you say the b sound? Place your hand on your throat. What do you feel when you say the b sound? And then you need to ask your child, how are the p and the b sound different? How are they the same? And you can do this with your child with all the letters of the alphabet. Building block number 2, compound words. I have a lot of families, a lot of parents, educators ask me, how can I teach my child compound words when they have not learned how to read yet? However, that rhyme and rhythm are so important when we are teaching our child how to read. So this is an activity you would actually do with your child. In this phase, children practice blending 2 words into a compound word with an auditory and a visual prompt. So if you can see the pictures, rain plus bow equals rainbow. Star plus fish equals starfish. I included some fun things for you to try with your child. I included a brain pop video and some compound word worksheets. You can also find a lot of resources on Google or on Teachers Pay Teachers to cover building block number 2, compound words. Moving on to building block number 3, blending 1-syllable words. In this phase, children practice isolating individual sounds by blending 1-syllable words using an auditory prompt. So a 1-syllable word may be cat, at, cats, or boat, boat, boats. I included a little learner's video for you to watch. I really like my student. I really enjoy making an alphabet word wheel with my students. I included a word picture match you can try with your child. And like I said earlier, there's a lot of different resources out there that you can pull to help teach building block number 3. Moving on to building block number 4, similar sounds. In this phase, children practice recognizing similar sounds. They observe similarities and differences between words that have the same letter patterns. So a fun activity I like to do with my students is to write 2 words on the whiteboard which are similar. So in this slideshow, I suggested you write the word thin and then on a whiteboard. Ask your child, how are the 2 words the same? How are they different? I included a little mini book you can make with your child if you would like to do that. And after completing the mini book, write down on a whiteboard the words chip, Chad, chess, chase, chips, choose. Ask your child, how are these words the same? How are they different? Going on to building block number 5. Segment 1-syllable words. So earlier we blended 1-syllable words. Now we are going to segment 1-syllable words. In this phase, children practice identifying how many syllables or parts are there in a word. Syllable segmentation is important for the development of a child's sound awareness in words. So, for example, book, book. That would be 1 syllable. Boats, boats, 1 syllable, 1 syllable. Bird, bird, 1 syllable. Bed, bed, bath, bath, cat, cat, hat, hat. And so something I really like to do with my students is as they are saying the word, clap the syllable. So for a 1-syllable word, they would clap 1 time. For a 2-syllable word, they would clap 2 times. Apple. For a 3-syllable word, they would clap 3 times. Elephant. But building block number 5 is only focusing on segmenting those 1-syllable words. And I included some fun activities and things you can try with your child. to help teach them segmentation of one-syllable words. Building block number 6, beginning sounds. A lot of families talk to me about this and they say, Heidi or Mrs. Polston, why don't you teach beginning sounds as building block 1 or 2? But actually, no, because building blocks 1 through 5 laid the foundation for building block number 6, which is beginning sounds. So in this phase, children practice isolating and identifying the initial sound. For example, students will identify b, b, b as the beginning sound in b, b, bear. I included some fun things and activities for you to complete with your child to help them isolate the sound and identify and isolate that beginning sound. So for example, in the word bear, your child should recognize B, the letter B says b, 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 and then they need to identify and recognize the letter B in a word. Thank you so much for attending this seminar today. In our second phase of Beginning to Foundations Phonics Part 2, we will cover building blocks 7 through 12. Thank you so much for continuing your parent education training. Please remember to fill out this survey so you can collect stamp number 4 on your virtual passport. The code that you need today is Roy, Port, P-O-R-T, Lockroy, L-O-C-K-R-O-Y. I look forward to seeing you in our parent PLC meetings on Mondays at 12:30. In those meetings, we really expand on a lot of things we talked about today: phonics, math, reading, social studies, and how you can help your child continue to achieve academic success. So I look forward to seeing you on Mondays at 12:30. Thank you so much.